Nothing to fear, yeah, we they are clear. BlonkoPro voice in your ear. Talk life, talk craft, real truth appear. Welcome to the podcast, nothing to fear.
Welcome to the Nothing to Fear podcast. This is season 2, episode 17. I got it right. I know it. The People podcast, of course. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And tell a friend to tell a friend. And you're welcome to drop in the comment section whatever topic you think of, whatever you think we're saying is wrong, so we can have a conversation, okay? So, I'm BlonkoPro, and my co-host is over there by the name of.
Alex Webb.
So I'm gonna do my usual thing that I recite my intro. Welcome to Nothing to Fear podcast, where pleasure build diamond, pressure build diamond, and fear gets left at the door. I'm your host BlonkoPro, with my co-host Alex Webb, coming straight out of New York, where every day is a test and every move is intentional. This isn't just a podcast. This is real life and filtered. Let's get it.
Love it. Every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I actually went on a 13-mile rollerblade today in Prospect Park.
Yeah.
Didn't tell you that. Yeah.
What was the plan for that? How did that happen?
The plan started with a lap, and then I was like, you know what? Actually, first lap, I was like, damn, I am winded.
Mm-hmm.
Needed to slow it down. Second lap, needed to actually stop, take a break. And then after the second lap, I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. And I just hit a third.
Oh, so yeah. One time around is like 4 miles, right?
Yeah, it's around 4 miles.
4 miles.
And I went last week too, and I busted. I fell. When a rollerblade is, the wheel is traveling and there's a stick that is perpendicular to the blade, you will eat shit. You will go flying. You see this on my hand? It's baby now.
Yeah?
My knee,
Oh,
I
man.
fell.
Dang.
What else? I feel like I fell something, but man,
Listen.
I took a tumble.
That was a pretty good exercise, though.
Yeah, it was really good.
You
Yeah.
went over them hills, right?
No, seriously.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
pretty good. I try to, I run 4 miles every Saturday.
I love that.
Every Saturday morning, I run 4 miles. I try to better my time all the time, but last Saturday was extremely hot, so I had to walk like 2.5 laps.
So you do it outside?
Yeah, in the park.
Oh, in Prospect Park?
Right over here, close by.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that you do it on every Saturday. Sometimes I get into this mode of feeling pressure to commit to something and do it every other day or something that's a little bit too big of a commitment to start from zero. So that is an inspiration for me to say.
Yeah,
okay,
like I told this guy that I tried to run my first 1.5 miles in 15 minutes. I always do that. So this week, there was the week before, I did it in 14. So I was telling him that I finished it in 37 minutes. He was like, "No way, you
4
can't."
miles in 37 minutes?
Yeah, he was like, "No way, you can't do that. You're not an athlete." I've been doing it.
Wow. I was trying to do the math in my head because
I did it
wow.
this Saturday past. I did it in 40 minutes, and the only reason why I did it in 40 minutes was extremely hot.
Yep.
And I walked 2.5 laps.
Well done.
Yep, I do it every Saturday. I love running. I don't know, but I love dragging. I don't have patience. I can't walk.
It's so important for our mental fortitude and our confidence to commit to something and be consistent about it because it builds integrity
Yep.
with our follow through. I know that I made this commitment and I show up because I made the commitment, whereas your integrity tank depletes when you make a commitment to yourself. Maybe you hit it the first time, but then you fall off. It does something to your confidence.
Yep. I tend to tell myself and train myself to just accept stuff before you approach it. If I'm doing pull-ups, I make sure that I tell your mind is very powerful. This is not the muscles right here. This lead the way.
That's the first muscle you need.
Yeah, that's the first muscle you need. You know what I mean? So obviously people looking more muscular and more beefy, and I see they're struggling on that pull-up bar. And I'm like, yo, bro, it's a mental. It's a mental part. Once you get that mental strength, there's nothing can stop you.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think bench press is cheating. mean, you just lay there and you just lift like this. I mean, pulling up your body weight
Yeah,
is more
that's fair.
harder. It's more difficult.
Listen, your girl can bench,
Yep.
but also the bench works chest
Yeah.
too, right?
Mhm.
I that used to be my favorite workout, benching.
Yeah.
I loved benching.
Yeah.
I found so much pride in it, especially because like you could of course do it with dumbbells and the quantity of your pull-ups, push-ups, etc. But like I loved adding weight and being like, yes, I can get 1 rep in today. At I got up to benching plates. As a woman,
Yeah.
my weight pretty good. 45s
Word.
with a 45 bar with 45 plates.
That's great.
It was pretty good.
Come
Now
on.
I would maybe need marshmallows on the end of on the end of the bar. Like it's been a while, but
Yeah, so I do 4 days in the gym and then I do Saturdays in the park, 4 miles. I'm fine. I'm doing great so far. I'm in the gym for like almost 2 years now, consistently, which I never done. So I have to pat myself for that.
yeah, I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, I have to have no choice. Gotta take care of this health.
Yeah, especially as we age. It's so
Yeah.
important. As we age,
Yeah, you
we
have to-
lose muscle quicker.
People die so fast nowadays. Like so fast.
Yeah.
Like it's not even fun anymore. As soon as I hear it, I just heard that somebody passed away, just like this. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself and know what's going on.
Yeah. Do you practice any affirmations like when you're talking to yourself or
Always.
Yeah, like what do those sound like, and like do you do it in the mirror or do you like journal or
I would just walk around on a random. I would just be working and just telling myself that don't accept that. Do not do that. Do not. I be telling myself all the time. I be talking to myself all the time. You know what I mean? Like I told you that I'm connected with the higher power. So like the higher power always like keep me grounded and keep me motivated and keep me informed and keep bringing stuff like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. That's bad. Don't listen to that voice. Because there's plenty of voices up in there. You have to know which voice to listen to. Because some of those voices are nice. They sing sweet. Those are the ones.
they're like inner saboteurs that try to convince you that what
Yeah.
you're saying is fine, or they try and combat
Yeah, those are the
something
ones.
that maybe you're tempted, right? And then you're justifying the temptation in your head, etc. I think that reminds me of like so many of the self-help books that I've read talk about how we are not our thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? Same dynamic with meditation. You sit there and the goal is to observe the thoughts that pass by your brain. When you believe in a higher power, it's almost like an added layer of support reminding you that those are not your thoughts. And it pulls you out of being so embedded in self.
Listen, man, discipline make you and break you. You know, it can make you and it can break you. So you have to just listen to that voice that you think it's better. You could tell. You could know it. I mean, you get lost when you're younger because you don't have the experience. But when you have the experience and know what's best for you, why take those chances?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like you would really appreciate this. And I'm going to also as well repay the compliment forward to you. Just, we were talking about this earlier, but just how we met. It all boils down to energy. And
Of course.
yesterday I was on a work call, a Zoom,
Yeah.
and this woman, it was a one-on-one, and this woman asked me, she was like, this is really random, but are you sober? And I said, I'm dry. Like, I stopped drinking about a year and a half ago. It wasn't really adding value to my life.
Yeah.
Like,
So you figured that out.
and she told me, she was like, I ask because I can tell. Your energy and your essence feels so pure. And it was just one of those compliments that felt so rewarding because I have been intentional in trying to, not add all of the things that we can add to escape reality. But yeah, it made me think about when we met, that energy just bleeds through how you show up, right? Everything is energy.
Yep.
And hence why we're sitting here.
Yeah, because that energy was that type of energy was an energy of understanding that life doesn't work the way they painted it. You understand what I'm saying? Because they painted life a certain way. Like when I was growing up, they painted life like white people was all about bad things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you don't want to fall for that. You want to think for yourself from basic experience in life where you can understand the pros and the cons. You can understand that you don't have to think that way. You know what I mean? People can be mean if they want to mean and go ahead and do what they want to do. But our energy was just right because I'm not the typical person that just get intimidated by who come at my door. But it just happened that day that I was like, okay, all right. I was like, how did you find me? He said, Google. I was like, okay, all right, cool. Wait, I look at my schedule. There was a schedule there, and it was honestly, if there was, somebody was scheduled behind that person, I would have like, I can't take you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, but it just presented itself, and it just happened, and I didn't put no judgment on it. You didn't put no judgment on it. We understand. We accept each other for people, for people. We weren't looking at, oh, she's white, he's black. We weren't doing none of that. It just happened. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. It was
it was naturally, it came together naturally. See you sit here today. We sharing a podcast together.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm like these type of meetings where it feels so divine, where you didn't realize upon first interaction whether or not it was, gonna be a moment, right? It could have been you just giving me a haircut, and it could have been just that.
Listen,
But look at how it has blossomed. Like it just gives me like chills to
just
think about.
just by you coming back and we talking and we sharing energy, I realize that you want the best for me. There's nothing wrong with that. Know what I mean, that's a natural thing that a human being should do.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? You may look at it. I have my own people, my own culture. You have people in our own culture think they're better than each other's. You know what I mean, so why point fingers on somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? Like you have to figure out life on your own and understand how life works. And the big thing about that is that you have to figure it out and don't be judgmental about nothing. There's good people out there and there's bad people out there. You know what I mean? You can't put your own perspective
Yeah.
and listen to what the picture is and what the picture they paint and use it to damage the future.
There's so much finger pointing in the world, and I wish for people to spend more time looking inside of themselves rather than
Listen to
placing blame and pointing
just
outwards.
listen to what they paint. Don't
Yeah.
watch that. Have your own experience, your own thought, your own mental space, and just put your own judgment and stuff.
Right.
I mean,
The people that are often the most defensive are the people that are not taking the time to internally reflect and say, hey, how is this something that is a me thing, right? Taking the accountability,
yeah. There you go. That's
doing the
right.
hard work.
Doing the hard work. Yeah, man. You have to, man. You have to take accountability, man. And I take accountability. I start working with a wide range of different ethnic background from I was like 22 years old. You know what I mean? So I've been through it. I see it. I see racism. I saw it. I didn't buy into it. We both have life. You know what I mean? Yeah, you probably who knows? You're probably worse than me. That's what I'm saying. You're probably in a more difficult position than I am. So, you know what I mean,
Yeah, I think that perspective is what makes you who you are.
yeah,
Like you are, even in times where you are in the hard space, you're still thinking about the other person
Of
and
course.
thinking, oh well, maybe they're going through something hard,
of course.
despite you being the one who is being inflicted upon, right? So, yeah, I think that has obviously built this wonderful life.
And then being that we're on this topic, I don't know if you saw it in the news where there's an incident in Mississippi with
Nolan Xavier Wells.
Yes.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
This brings up so many other pieces outside of just the incident because it's not just about the incident. It's about the context around the incident. It happened on July 4th.
Yep.
He was hanging out with 3 white men, and he is a black man. And there's still so much undisclosed information that is still out there. And also, again, to the context part, this was in Mississippi, part of America that holds some of the most
Racist,
traumatic,
Nazis.
correct,
Yeah, man.
the antebellum.
Yep.
Have you, and it, a couple things. It makes me think about in 2004, there was a black man that was killed. His name is Alonzo Brooks. And he was at a house party. This was in Kansas, I believe. He was at a house party, one of few black people. I think there was probably like 100 plus white people. And something very interesting that I realized, that happened April 3rd, 2000, I forget, 2003 or 2004, which is weird because it was a day before. Like, oh, wait, April, wait, no, maybe it was July 3rd. I made this connection when I was like reading all the things that have come out. And I thought to myself, the day that America is being celebrated is when this happened. Also, white people are celebrating America differently than black people.
Definitely where it happens to, where the location where it happened, that makes so much sense. People probably want to make a statement.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Have you seen Exposing the Truth of Southern Charm?
No.
It's a documentary that came out on PBS, and it's
Exposing the Truth of Southern Charm.
Of Southern Charm.
Yeah.
It talks about the vast differences between the black people's narrative around the truth of what happened in America's history and the stark difference that white people portray and have this narrative. One of the main characters, his name is Tracy Collins.
Tracy Collins.
He's a black Baptist pastor. He's community leader, historian, and he runs these tours in Natchez, Mississippi. In Mississippi, right? So this video is in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And his job is exposing and de-romanticizing what the majority of the white people in the South romanticize, right? So you have him that is over here, and he's taking people.
Who's the actor? Who was the leading role in actor in that?
It's a documentary. It's
a documentary.
Real,
it's real. It's real
yes,
things.
Yes. Reverend Collins is his name, Tracy Collins. And he literally does these tours in a van through Natchez, Mississippi, and teaches people about the black history of that town. On the other hand, it shows the white people who live in these lavish buildings, houses, etc., that go around basically telling the story from a false lens of history.
Yeah.
And they're coming from this place of, oh, well, you know, this was our part in history, and completely neglecting the truth.
So who did they teach that? The younger generation?
Who did the
white people? Who were who they were talking to?
They're like these, a lot of them, all ages. they're talking to anyone like tourists
Yeah. So
who come in and want to learn about history, but
Yes.
then you have all of these other people learning history that is not true
yep.
because it's white people speaking about how they were heroic in history and how through their
Oh, just so they were painting a picture like they were the they were not the aggressor. That's what they were painting.
correct.
So they were painting a picture that they were not the aggressor.
Correct.
Like our culture was the aggressor, and then the
Correct.
other people from the other town was laying it down as it is.
Correct. Which is still happening in America every day.
Mhm.
Active white people actively erasing black people's history.
I mean, it's blatant. It's there to see, but at the same time, black people have to realize that you have to lean back on yourself, and you have to fight for what you want. You have to come together as one. You know what I mean? That's the way you're gonna see change. Because if you're gonna sit down and wait for white people to make change for you, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. And that doesn't mean that every white people think the same way. Every white people does not think the same way. Some white people like I found you, like we meet together and we held back on nothing. You wouldn't the energy's just right. I see you as a person just like myself. You know what I mean? I don't see you higher than myself. We share the same energy. You know what I mean? So we just have to figure out a way how to rise ourselves over there, because the ball field is pretty much level. It's just we have to figure it out, and we at a place where information and everything is there. We have no excuse. We have no excuse. And so if you're gonna sit down and wait for white people in higher places, dictators, manipulators, to change things for you, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Understanding, as a white person, understanding how things are in the world, how things have been, it, as an advocate, I can know where I stand, but I also have to continue putting what I learn out there for the people that follow me who are white, who have misconceptions and are still learning.
And trust me, me personally, there's some white people in the world that they don't deserve to be put in the same category, because it made their life more hard, because they're out there thinking the best for everyone, and then because of the perspective of how they paint life, some people don't even try to think for themselves. Some people don't try to hold a whole reverence for themselves to understand that I can't put Alex in that basket. No, we don't share that. Alex is not deserving of that. Know what I mean? We're human being here. That's what we do. Know what I mean?
I feel strongly about the fact that white people have a responsibility to actively work on dismantling the racism that is embedded within themselves.
That's good. Alex, that's hard for them. Just like how we as a culture find it hard to unite, it's hard for them. When you grow up living a certain type of life, it's hard for you to give it up like that. People got to fight for themselves too. And when I say fight, I don't mean physically fight. I mean mentally think about the way in our community, right? In our culture, in everybody. You remember we had this conversation before. Like in the Bible, God chose Moses to lead the multitude across the water because he knows that he have it in him to lead them across the water. And the people did not. What the people do? The people, they follow.
Correct.
Nobody oppose it. No one oppose it. The only time you oppose stuff is in our time when you're supposed to go on that boat in pairs, and if you come single, you know what it is, because you're supposed to go on a boat in pairs. You know what I mean? No one opposed that. Same thing in our community. We can figure out the leaders in our community. And the leaders that's got some gut, because you got leaders that will sell you out.
Yeah.
It's been happening since, I'm just going to mention a name. I don't know if you've ever heard of Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey. You know what I mean? He's a black activist that used to live in Harlem.
Okay.
That leave Jamaica and come here, and he started up this whole movement of teaching. He wanted to teach black people exactly what I'm talking about. The lead go right back because he was chosen, but people didn't follow him. Because you know, not only teaching people to be robust up and to be angry against white people, he's like, yo, you gotta educate yourself. You gotta educate. We have to come up with our own system. And who fight him? The same people fight him, the same culture, the same people fight him out. Because he wasn't teaching us, and he wasn't going in the back door or in some back room go cut a deal with nobody. He wasn't doing that. He was like, this is what I'm doing. I want to highlight and uplift my people so we can come together and we can go back to Africa. That's what his movement's about. But his same people, his same leaders in different communities in this same country go behind his back, take money, and fight against him. Yeah. That's how he got deported.
Man.
And he was capable of it. He was capable of bringing us together and bringing us back to Africa. That's it. That was the only thing he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you know where he is? He's in the grave right now, in shackles, because they have him as a prisoner of war. Not prisoner of war, they call it, they have a name for it. They have him as a prisoner. He died a prisoner. They buried him with a cuff in his hands.
Where did he die?
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica?
Yeah. I'm not sure quite frankly where he died, but for now I think it's Jamaica. You know what I mean? I gotta correct that. Double down on that. But that's what I'm saying, that like we as a culture, we need to start acknowledging and look at the people that are capable to lead us out of this situation and uphold it and support that person, I support whoever it is, and that's the only way I'm not talking about rebellious or no war. We don't have to do that.
Yeah. I agree. Like you're saying, focus on the good, the people who are leading from the front, who are activists and advocates, and
the people who really and truly want better for you.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them out there, they don't want better for you. They're still going in the back room over there and taking some money just to manipulate and do stuff the way they want them to do it.
Sure. I think there's a version of that, at least for me, where knowing that there are still so many people out there that are not leading and activists and advocates, I feel like as an advocate, it is part of my duty to teach the people that still don't know better, that aren't incorporating this awareness into the way that they think, who are still stuck in the blind spots, right?
The people, it's hard to teach them if they're not willing to learn.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm saying that people have to start thinking for themselves and thinking for themselves in a way that is going to help them come out. Because the word is unity. And if you have that, you figure out everything else day by day. Because it's going to get figured out. Because if we unite, then we're going to pick out the people that can lead us to lead us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think being someone that inspires unity is so important. I think that is both of our goals, is inspiring unity in the community.
I hope we could have like some people in the comment section from all race, white, black, wherever, have some conversation about this thing. We could start somewhere.
Yeah,
You know what
I love that.
At the end of the day, we still need people to independently think for themselves and stop listening to those written paragraphs and those pictures that they paint and those false narratives. You know what I mean? You still have an independent brain to think for yourself. You have a connection between you and the higher power. You could get some stuff in there, man. Life teaches itself, man. You don't need, like, God is so great that you don't even need to go to school, because you could figure it out if you got God. You could definitely figure it out.
I think I think education is obviously important, but I think also there's so many successful people who have not gone to school. And I think it's also the standard that we create and this expectation of like, you have to do this, you have to get the paper, and that therefore creates some successful version of yourself that if you don't achieve, then it's like internalized. You feel like, oh well, I don't have my degree or whatever. It's tough.
Education is very important to when I say education, I don't mean the higher level of education, universities and colleges and stuff. But the basic education is important. You know what I mean, to
For
read
sure.
and to write and to can add and subtract for you to survive here. That's the basic thing that you need.
Yeah.
Basic tool that you need to survive with here. You know what I mean, if you want to take it to the next level or the next notch, it's up to you. But you can sustain. You don't need to do it. You really don't need to do it. When you can just show somebody how to do something. The education system was created to make money and manipulate people. Put people in debt.
Facts. Yeah.
Put people in debt.
We need to do more
You could put me.
teaching.
Doctors understand that you need to know physics, you need to know these, you need to know the brain cards and the intestines, and it's not that hard, that's biology. But you can show me how to do a surgery. And if I can stand the situation, I could do it.
Yeah, I think that's why they have so many part of schooling,
Of
right?
course.
Is to go in and actually like be an intern or do a live procedure on someone. Like you have to actually get the hands-on experience.
You know, many people actually go to college and they don't even know what they're getting themselves into, and they're not even doing better than
Me.
the basic regular person today.
Me,
Yep.
yeah. I literally just went because, like, especially looking back, I went to get the degree because I had the privilege to be able to go to college, and then I was like, I don't even know what I want to do, but I know I have to get this thing. The only carrot at the end of the stick was like knowing that I needed to get this thing in order to appear successful.
I love school.
That's pretty sad.
I was pretty good in school, but I didn't see the need to just further that, to just go to college. I didn't see the need for that. My daughter goes to college. She did that on her own. As a matter of fact, she did it on her own by my guidance. I guided her. I did not force her to go to college. She decided that she wanted to go to college, and I support the move. You know what I'm saying? So she doing her masters, she doing all of that. And I was like, good for you, because I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not telling you not to do it. And you still got people who go to college and it works for them because it's working for her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's worked for them. College don't teach you to be independent. College teach you to be a worker, a slave. Like, literally. You still have to get hired by the guy that didn't go to college and have millions of dollars like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? like.
Wish we could drop these mics.
You still have to freaking go through that channel of working for somebody that never go to college a day in their life. They probably never finish high school. You still get hired, you go to college, you still get hired by them, right?
These are the things where it just helps to really like think for yourself
Of
and be
course.
like, something ain't right here. Tell me why the president of America has not gone to college.
I'm not knocking it. But they going up against everything that they stand for.
Well, correct. It's awfully hypocritical.
You know what I'm saying? So, who am I to knock it? It's what it is.
Yeah.
You can be shown how to do stuff, and that's what he's showing how to do stuff. Do stuff on his own.
Crazy. What's your take on how data and algorithms are impacting the natural flow of energy and coincidences and just like the human awe of something coming into your space and being like, whoa, this is crazy that happened. We don't have as much.
You don't have much
Oh my
of that.
God, this just happened because you know that the algorithm has pre-planned that.
The algorithm is cut to fit. Like it's cut to wherever you prefer, whatever you preach, whatever you say, that's what you're gonna see. Whatever you ask and how you talk, how you think, that's what you're gonna see. You know, it's bad because we need that. We need that wow, I run into that person. You know what I'm saying? And plus, it don't happen. It's bad.
And then because the algorithm is feeding us all of this very similar material, we are not number one, we're not getting the material that everyone else is getting, right? It's just
Just
you're getting this because this is what you love.
Tailor around what you love.
Right, it's perpetuating distortion of truth.
Yeah.
And we're not able to think other things besides
diversity is wiped away. No more diversity.
Yeah, like we're not thinking new things because everything we're getting is just confirming our own beliefs.
Exactly.
That is so scary.
And then people fall for it. That's the sad part about it. People fall for it. People gotta get back into thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
And thinking and bring back life to where it was, and to be physically interacting with people. That's the most enjoying part of life.
Yeah. It's all connected, right?
It's all connected.
It's continuing to allow us to be so individualistic. Because then, because of all of this screen time that we have, we take the knowledge that has really just been confirmed of our own desires and beliefs. We take that, we go operate with someone who also has just had all of their beliefs confirmed based off of their algorithm, right? As opposed to everyone having the same algorithm, one truth, the real truth, since truth is so aloof, bars these days. And then, it continues to make connecting even harder, which a lot of generations are already struggling with.
Of course.
Because technology has been implemented.
Because, number one example, in our community, all the small businesses are dissolving.
Yeah.
Because that's a part of it.
Yep.
A lot of people are adapting to what's going on, and they're not willing to adapt to what's going on. That's why they're dissolving. It's not that there's no money. There's money, but they're not open to make that type of money.
Yeah.
They're still waiting on that money that's gonna come live. It's over. Nobody uses cash anymore. Get it. Get with it.
Yeah.
You cannot beat this system anymore. And that's where the biggest problem is. You cannot, people still have that mentality because it's technically a brainwash of
100%.
of spending that thing that everyday cash is not coming back. Get it? It's not coming back. Get it? You cannot beat this system. They technically work on this for years, and here we are today, find a way to integrate yourself into it. Because if you're not integrating yourself into it, you're gonna get lost, and that's what's happening. Most small businesses are dissolving. I can remember right before COVID. You know what was happening before COVID? Everybody was happy. Everybody had money. They were all over the place. That's it. They saw that shit coming. They make sure they take away all of that. They rip it away. You know what they did? They replace it with digital. They give it to you. They make you feel like you're here. You remember what happened to the SBA loans and all of that?
Yep.
Every kid in high school getting money. They give it to them. Here, take it. Because they know they wasn't gonna get you where they want you. The next thing that they did,
That's it.
you see the marijuana, they legalized marijuana, right? I see exactly what you all did. I see. I mean, I can speak my mind. They legalized marijuana. There was marijuana shops all over Brooklyn, like a corner store.
Yes. Same with Manhattan. They everywhere.
Like a corner store. Everybody was making money.
Yep.
Right after COVID, money was all over the place. Money was easy to find. They did that. They legalized it. And they make everyone have an opportunity to taste it. Taste the money. Taste it. This feels good, right? Here, take
And
it.
the marijuana.
And they
Taste
fall
the
for it and taste the marijuana. And they fall for it. And what they do after that? Still legalized.
They took it away.
They manipulated.
They shut down all of the shops.
All of the shops.
They said, here, go off.
Mhm.
Everything, like literally every 4 stores was a convenience store selling marijuana. And then,
It's the biggest stores in the city.
yeah,
They had the biggest stores as a weed shop. Everyone was selling it. And then after that, you know what they did? They make sure it was available for everyone to get locked onto it. They have all the kids smoking. All the kids in middle school, high school, everybody get locked onto it.
I remember when I was a kid watching commercials where this is when, you know, whatever their directive was with trying to, it's just so funny how like their narrative around marijuana keeps changing. It keeps moving.
Mm-hmm.
This commercial was, and maybe some of you guys will remember this if you're like millennial, but it was this kid who would come home from school, he would go into his bedroom, and he turned into a nug. He turned into like a weed nug. Like, and I guess it just kind of showed after that, like, the effects of like him being super lazy and all of the quote unquote bad things that might come from smoking marijuana, which again, then this created a narrative for the people who were like, marijuana's bad. Meanwhile, it's helping thousands of people with anxiety, with everything that people use marijuana for, right?
Come on, remember, marijuana was legalized because of so many different reasons.
It's a
they manipulated first before they regulated. They make sure they tell you that it can heal you, you could get a medicine for it, and then they got all the kids in smoking. That was their ultimate goal, to get everybody hooked onto marijuana. Not entirely, but enough for them to generate a profit from it.
Yeah.
And then what they do after that, when they realize they get everybody hooked, okay, time to shut them down now, because they're gonna still need it, but they're gonna have to go to the place that we're gonna collect the tax from.
Ow.
And they make a license to get that license for that, what they call it, whatever license it is for you to run the dispensary.
Yeah.
They make it so impossible for a regular person to get it.
Correct, and they make it impossible for a regular person to have a weed shop, which is what I was saying, because in Manhattan, when they were opening the small shops, before the big dispensaries popped up, there was the small shops, which allowed people to just go in and buy a spliff.
That's what they do. I see that with my own eyes. I see the weed shop have even the nasty weed that the kids could go and buy. And if the kids, not everyone think like me. I'm not gonna sell the kids it, but if I'm in a situation where I need the money, they're gonna sell the kids it.
Yeah.
And then the kids can send somebody else in there to buy it for them.
I want to talk about, number one, your perspective on how you have experienced the kids that are smoking marijuana at a young age, and how you perceive them being changed. And then also just like, it's moderation, right, in pretty much everything, but it's like, some things are just reserved for, I guess, like, when you hit a certain age. I don't know, what is your take on kids smoking weed? Like, and what does kids look like? Like, what age are we talking?
Listen,
it's too young.
We talking about middle school kids that are smoking marijuana. Like middle school kids, because I talk to quite a few of them. And I drop a little gems on them, like they can't lost in that, because that thing is not like it used to be. That thing is something that they manipulate, because you know that in real life, California weed is illegal in New York, you know that, right? The weed from California is not supposed to be here. It's illegal. It's technically illegal to have it here. If you don't have a license to bring it here, and they don't really want it here because they want to grow their own weed in New York City, which they're doing. I mean, this have everything to do with state by state and different laws and different ones. You know what I mean? Because they want to make sure that they benefit from what they're doing here. Without California, we tap into this economy and take the money from here and bring back to California.
Correct.
That's two different systems.
It's money laundering.
That's how America do business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they get the kids hooked, and then it's very bad for these kids, because guess what they do? That's why they have no money.
Yeah. And then people compromise their integrity to try to get the money because they want to feel how they feel.
Because these kids don't eat food. They really do not eat. They smoke and they drink. And it turned them into a zombie. Going into work in the morning time and see them smoking, going to work, like you can't do that. It's so bad that you have to get up in the morning smoking and work. And New York weed is no good. Just remember, none of it is really good, but New York weed is worse because they don't have the sunlight. They don't grow it outside. They have to spray. They have to spray it for it to become strong for you to smoke it. It's not good. The government need to stop it. They need to cut it out. Give the kids a chance. Kids like babies not even born anymore. There's not then you used to pass and see mad pregnant women in the street. You don't even see that anymore. That's the next topic we're gonna touch on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You used to pass mad ladies in the street with pregnant about to have babies. If you look around right now, pretty see people pregnant.
I think there's a lot of variables that play into that. Number one, speaking from personal experience, less people have the desire to have have children or a child in this current state. Number two,
100%.
how everything that women are consuming affects our wombs, our cycles, our ability to reproduce. So yeah, it makes sense.
100%.
As time continues,
100%.
there are probably thousands of other variables that I didn't just list. But yeah,
But that was intentional.
correct. It's like population control.
Of
too.
course. It's not like it's population control.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's bad. That's discontinuing this world. That's how the world will really end.
Yep.
You know? That's like they put in a dictatorship and how you go out. Like real shit.
They're trying to widen the gap even more. So I'm starting to think that it could be even more wide from the 2% billionaires building these bunkers underground to all the people that is not the 2%. And their goal for everyone else is to keep us fighting, to keep us
They do
disagreements.
everything. They do everything. Even in your home. They come in your home between your partner. Like they make it so difficult that they use every way from every angle. They come at you to make your life difficult.
That reminds me, I just saw a post. I'm like, oh, social media, we really got to be disciplined. And I'm like, I just saw a post. But I do think I get a lot of like...
Alright, my take in this, especially, alright, in this part, like, females should listen to their men. Not on a dictatorship type of vibe and some manipulation type of vibe, but if a man is really out there that's really doing it, and doing it honestly, and pushing on the bars and creating a house for a family, you should be able to listen to him and help push him in the right direction.
I think every relationship is symbiotic. In an intimate relationship, like
Every
vice versa, the man should be able to push the woman and listen to the woman in certain ways as well. Like that's the only way growth can happen is if both people are adding value to the other person
Of course.
and supporting them being uplifted.
But then for the most part, the system get in between that, and it creates a big void, and it slows you down. It's part of the manipulation that they're doing. You gotta understand that.
I gotta tell you about this thing I saw today. So the post was talking about exactly what you're talking about, but it's like we've infiltrated the self-help space so much with certain things like, oh, everyone work on your trauma, everyone work on this, and then we're going to call this, and this means this. There's so many branches that are confusing people in relationships to understand whether or not, am I compatible with this person, or is it trauma, or is it this person treating me poorly? It's like there's no differentiating anymore as to whether or not like people are compatible. So then you have people leaving people when maybe they were compatible, but things that needed to be worked on weren't being worked on. Or conversely, you have people that stay together when they ultimately are not compatible.
I'm gonna tell you this.
It's like
I'm gonna say this to you. There's basic principles that relationships should have, like basic principles. Once you have the basic principles, you should be able to get through the rest. Because remember, everybody have their own life to live. Everybody have their way of thinking, and that's free.
yeah.
It's not for money, and you don't want to take that from anyone. You don't want to be the person on the clock to put somebody on a stress or a spell. You don't want to do that. That's mental slavery. That's manipulation. There's basic stuff in life that we have to understand that you need this.
What do those core principles look like to you in a relationship?
In a relationship.
Successful relationship.
The core principles is the basic everyday things that you need to get by. Nothing too intricate. Basic stuff like if you in a relationship with someone and you see that person, you recognize that that person is really he's really the breadwinner. He's really about that life because not every man like that. You know what I'm saying? If you see that in a person, the qualities and stuff, you should be able to push that person to uplift and take you out that both of you all that struggle. You know what I mean? You should share vibe and understand that your thoughts, we're gonna work with it because this is what make it better for us. It doesn't matter where. That's what I'm saying. But you shouldn't. A man shouldn't allow a female to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's too much strain on her. A female didn't come in the world to put up with too much strain, but if she had the ideas, sit down with her and figure it out. And give her props too. Make sure know that she did great. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Like aligning on morals and values are incredibly important. Those are like the building blocks to a lasting relationship.
Of course.
One of the most important non-negotiables for me is being with someone who is introspective and willing to work on themselves and just have like a growth mindset, because the reality of every relationship, of every human being on this planet, is that we are all going to change. We are all going to grow. And sometimes we might digress, right? But if we're with someone that is aware of looking at themselves and saying, hey, I feel like this might relate to something in me that is in pain or whatever it might be, it is so important, because then you know that your partner is going to rock with you when you're growing, because the expectation is that you're changing and you are working on yourself, and there is going to be hard times. Relationships are not easy.
It's a daily challenge.
It really
but
is.
After a while, after you've been together, at least for more than, I would say for more than a year, you're supposed to start make up your mind like, okay, this is it, or you're gonna say, oh, this is not working.
You know what I think the number one indicator for a healthy relationship is? Well, a couple of things here. I think number one, you have to have the ability to find peace within yourself and understand that you're able to be okay in solitude.
Which is right.
And then number two, when you do enter a relationship, so you enter the relationship with that state of being, hopefully with yourself. Once you've entered the relationship, what is your nervous system doing? Is your nervous system anxious, anxiety-ridden?
Something's off.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
If you feel safe.
If you feel agitated by every little thing, something ain't right.
Correct.
Something ain't right.
Correct. But then being able to distinguish.
So what about a relationship that it takes 5 or 6 years for that to come out? It does.
Yeah, it's true. And that's what's scary, right?
That's scary.
And I've been in those relationships where it's like time passes and then like year 3, someone decides to show their true colors. And it's like...
You know black people don't date, right? You're my girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's added to the downfall of some of our upbringing too, because that's very important for you to date and at least get the knowledge or understanding of a person, the basic stuff that you can see it. And that's fine. I can tolerate that. But when you get that, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know you had that in you.
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you think that the sphere of not dating, where does that come from? Okay, now you're my girlfriend. Where does that?
I think it came straight back from slavery. Because we had the plantation, we didn't We didn't have no time to date. It's funny. It's serious, but it's funny. We didn't have no time to date. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, you're my girlfriend. You know what I mean? We go to the like, that's it. That's it. Nobody take time out to understand each other. Now, I think it's changing. It's changing now. But it's changed for the worse because these generations of kids that are growing up now, they're different, you know? They think different. They have way more perspective and way more shit going on, right? That's a different topic. That's a touchy topic.
Yeah. No, it's true. But like,
that's a different topic. They're crazy. Crazy. You know what I mean? You need a lot of, they gotta have to pray for them. They gotta have to find God. And most of these, you know, when you're younger, you don't really value God because you don't have the experience.
yeah.
When they have to find God. You know what I mean? And they have a lot to do with parenting, which is very hard nowadays to be a parent.
Oh God, that's a good
You don't
one.
get to parent
Next
your
time.
own kids. They go to school to teach a parenting them and their peers parenting them. The stipulations and all of that. You know, that's just horrendous, you know. I'm just petrified by all of these things.
We should definitely touch on the parent conversation next time, and
Next
just like the
next
perception that
episode.
kids have of their parents, thinking that they're superhumans when, like, you know, they're people too. But
let me take a time out to shout out to the fans, the people that are streaming. You know, we love you guys, and I mean, please just keep the comments coming in. Just keep the conversation in the comment section. Like, share, and tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're enjoying, and if we're educating you guys, nothing wrong. Don't hold it back.
or if we're not educating you guys.
If we're not educating you guys,
No, but we are.
well, you know what I mean? Like, if we're saying, if we make you guys laugh, put an emoji. Like, share, and subscribe. That's the word.
Maybe next time I'll come with a joke.
You go with the joke.
A cheesy
I think you
joke.
got one in you today. You got one in you. You got one in you today.
I don't.
You know?
I don't.
Alright.
None that are appropriate. No. They're not podcast worthy.
So, we're going to come up with a joke next time. Next podcast is going to be laugh and smiling and running jokes.
Today
and
was
poking.
serious.
And we're serious today. I think we were a little straight faced today.
Yeah, we were pretty straight faced.
Yeah.
We talked about like real shit, heavy shit, serious shit.
Okay. So remember, this is season 2, episode 17. And I'm BlonkoPro.
Alex Webb coming at you.
Until next time, this is Nothing to Fear podcast. Watch to the end, please.
Over and out. Another one in the books.
Nothing to fear, yeah, we they are clear. BlonkoPro voice in your ear. Talk life, talk craft, real truth appear. Welcome to the podcast, nothing to fear.